The Federal Reserve just raised rates by another 0.75 basis point rate hike, and this is the highest it's been since January of 2008. Now, the Fed says it will take cumulative tightening lags into account. However, Powell says it is very premature to think about pausing rate hikes. He also says that there is actually a need for ongoing rate increases. Now, traders are projecting a 50 basis point rate hike in November. What are your thoughts? Yo, what is going on, guys? Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today is actually my birthday, so even if you don't like the video, all I ask is for the like button to be pressed as my birthday gift from you to me. I would do it for you guys on your birthday, and that is, again, all I ask. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. The way this video is going to work is, of course, we just covered the Fed raising rates and their plans for December. We're also going to cover some news on banks, a little bit of DD, and then go into the charts. AMC and GameStop will be touched on more towards the end of the video so that I can get more of the breaking news out of the way for you guys. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button because we are just grazing 7K subs. Let's not take up too much of your time. Let's go. Okay, so this is the S&P 500 1-minute chart. You saw this very big spike with a lot of volume, and then it faded down and came back up, except the pump back up here, the volume did not pick up with it, and I stated on my Twitter, this is a fake double pump. This one is probably going to double top and sell off. What happened? It double topped and sell off and sold off, but in my opinion, these things are always played out, and big money is moving them the way big money is going to move them, right? In other words, they expected this to happen, and they knew it was going to happen. Retail is just here to watch and play a risky game if you guys are playing it. If you have played it and made money, let me know down in the comments. But pretty much right here, they raised it by a 0.75 basis point rate hike. Most people said, okay, this is what we expected. This is what was already priced in, so let's pump the market. Let's put money back into the market. And then Powell came out and said there's no need to slow down rate hikes, and then they dropped it. It dropped fast, and then Powell says, well, rate hikes will probably be slowed down. So then it stabilizes, and essentially you just don't know what else is going to come out of this guy's mouth. And these are just very, very sketchy things to trade, as the charts are basing off of somebody's words, somebody who keeps contradicting their statements. Let's move on. So Ray Dalio is warning a painful credit crunch could tank financial markets and spark a recession, as a surge in government bond sales could cause private credit to dry up. Something is going to break. The German Bundesbank has issued a warning about the growing risk to the financial system, and Wells Fargo says the Treasury buyback program is coming on January 1st of 2023. Speaking of January 1st, really quick, take a look at the options chain on AMC and GameStop. Almost 300,000 calls on the options chain on AMC, and almost 400,000 on the options chain for GameStop. However, the puts on GameStop are astronomical, almost double at 600,000. This is going to be nuts. Japan's central bank holds more than 100% of newly issued 10-year government bonds. Yes, all of it. All right, real quick, now that you guys made it halfway through the video, get your 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, by downloading and investing in the Moomoo app linked in the description down below and pinned in the top of comments. Also, get your $10 cash coupon by just doing so on top of that. This is a limited time offer, so don't come back in a couple weeks saying, yo, do you still have that 15 free stock offer? No, it's gone. The link will be pinned in the top of comments. Now, Apple pauses hiring through 2023 amid recession fears, and Foxconn's largest Apple iPhone factory has been ordered to shut down for 7 days by the Chinese government. Opendoor lays off 18% of workers in wave of housing cutbacks. Also, this was a weird thing to do during the FOMC meeting. KuCoin futures trading system will be suspended for upgrade on November 2nd of 2022. Now, I didn't really have to put this in the video, but I just thought it was interesting to say the least and wanted to toss it out there. Let me know if you guys actually trade on KuCoin. Just in, one of the largest universal banks in the Philippines, Union Bank, has launched Bitcoin trading. Now, to touch on some war aspects and then jump into some AMC DD and the charts, and that'll be it for the video. Pentagon has now officially confirmed U.S. boots are on ground in Ukraine, and South Korea launches air-to-ground missiles in response to North Korea missile launches. North Korea fired at least 17 missiles and 100 artillery shells today. Officials in the U.S. are divided over the new intelligence indicating that the Russian military discussed scenarios for using nuclear weapons. President Vladimir Putin has early-stage Parkinson's and cancer. Now, coming down in the comments, a lot of you guys might think this is a good thing. Oh, you don't like the guy, guy, he's a dictator, he hurts people, this and that. But if I was a killer and a dictator and wanted to rule the world with all my power and just found out I was gonna die soon from cancer, shit would get really bad. So just be careful what you guys say. Moving on. Adam Aaron tweeted that Hycroft reported the second round of results from its new drilling exploration program. Indeed, there is more gold and more silver in them hills. So far, Hycroft has uncovered new significantly higher grade deposits. Drill, baby, drill. Wait, newsflash. Who gives a flying fuck? Still waiting on Adam Aaron to touch on something else, but whatever. Earnings call is in 6 days and we'll see what he has to say. Okay, now an update regarding GameStop's whole short interest issue, the halts, etc., etc. And the update is that there's no update. Vortex goes, the pattern that we observed for impacted stocks was borrowed shares and or return shares increasing in large increments as intermittent intervals throughout a given day, only to abruptly decline at a precise time later in the evening. While the scale of the issue varied by ticker, each stock demonstrated a similar pattern. We have not been able to identify any correlations or relationships between impacted stocks. There also have been a smaller number of non-US stocks that were impacted. If you just keep scrolling down, they say that the investigation remains ongoing and there's really no answer for you. Now, the fails to deliver for the first half of October are out, and the highest it got to on a single day was 2.16 million, which is not normal for any given stock, and we know that it's not normal for AMC. Take a look at this. The day we had 9.7 million failures to deliver, you saw the price slowly scale up, hit this peak, and this is when Ape was issued. 2 million right here at the peak, drop back down, 2 million right here, drop back down, and you're slowly starting to see that 2 million mark come back up. Right now we're sitting at about 1.64 million. But if you guys take a look back here, right? So now it's like they're kind of covering failures to deliver, even though they're bouncing on broker to broker. But if you come back when the OBV was high, you will see this large patch of failure to delivers. Consecutive days of over 4 million back to back to back to back to back. And then none. Absolutely none. With a huge drop in price. A major drop in price. Something right here happened that was really fucked up. Not only that, but this is where the OBV indicator actually lies, showing that this is where majority of people hold the stock, right? But what's interesting is you saw basically no failures to deliver from then all the way up until about May of 2022, which is the same time frame we saw the largest price drops in AMC. This is just disgusting. Let's move on to the charts. Now, right now we have the Bollinger Bands laid out on the chart, and we also have the RSI laid out. Now, I wanted to point out two quick things. Every time the RSI is this low on AMC, and again we're sitting on the weekly time frame, about 2 weeks after you see a major move in the stock, of course it's just something on top of what we've been tracking in general. Obviously we need some sort of catalyst and or margin call to occur for AMC to actually have its major move, but it's always good to look at the charts. So again, you see the Bollinger Bands actually contracting for a decent period, right, all the way from October, where we are now, since the middle of May. Almost a 4-month period, and we didn't actually see that until the run-up in January and or that run-up between January to June. When this happens, it is indicating that a big move is to come. Not only that, but the only time we actually broke out of the Bollinger Bands, like we did right here, was back here in March of 2021, and then 2 months later, we got that major move where the algos kicked us off. Now, we talked about the cycle playing out right here, and of course, it seemed like it wanted to. GameStop got halted, except AMC didn't really get the volume that we wanted it to have. And what this indicates to me, which it could very well not be, is a cycle delay. What I mean by this is a lot of times when you're tracking cycles, you will see a little bit of a chop period in which the price doesn't really move too much, and it's to separate time frames between other cycles. And essentially right now, at least, that is my conclusion. But if AMC does continue to drop, just watch that $6 level. Kicking back into the 5s is essentially going to search for new lows, but we do have 6 days until the earnings call on AMC, so hopefully we get something out of that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.